Hi everyone, very good evening and welcome back to Geeks for Geeks practice. Please give me a +1 if my voice is clearly audible to everyone and everything is working fine. Then I will share my screen and we'll start discussing the problem. Hi Rishit as well and hi everyone else. Okay, so let me quickly share the screen so that we can discuss the problem for today as well. Okay, all right. So I hope that the screen is visible. All of you can hit the like button and give me a +1 if everything is working fine. Okay. So let us quickly discuss this particular problem. Okay. So hi Midun as well. So I will just hide the camera. Okay. So that the screen is perfectly visible. So basically in this particular problem, what we'll be given is we'll be given a special palindromic the problem name is a special palindromic substring, and previously this problem has been asked in a company like Make My Trip. Okay. Now what does this problem say? This problem says that you will be given two strings. Okay. So basically you will be given what? You will be given a string s1 and you'll be given another string s2. So basically you'll be given two strings. Let's say that the string s1 is something like this. Let's say it is like a b a a. Okay, let's say this is the string s1 and let's say the string s2 looks like bb. Okay, so what is our task? Our task is to make the string s1. Okay, we want to do what? Want to make the string s1 palindrome. Okay, this is one thing. We want to make the string palindrome, plus we also want it to contain the string s2. Okay, we want the string s1 to become palindrome, and we also want the string s1 to contain this particular string s2 inside as a substring. Now what does this mean? So if I am having this particular string now, if I'm having a b a, right, if I'm having the string s1 as a b a and I want it to contain this string bb. Okay, so in that case, maybe what I can do is, can I say that I can change this a? Agree with me, guys? I can change this particular character and I can I can change it to b. Okay, and then what happens? This bb string, this bb substring that is there, this is basically the string s2, you can say. Okay, and another thing that happens is now this string updated string s1 also becomes a palindromic substring. Is that clear to everyone? Please write yes in the chat and hit the like button, guys, if you are clear with this point. Is everyone clear with this particular part? Yes or no, please let me know in the chat. All of you are clear with this particular part, guys? Right, that if I have the string, let's say as aba, then I can change the third character. I can change the third character, that was a. I can change it from a to b, and in that case what happens? Not only my string s2 starts containing the, like, not only my string s1, updated string s1 that is there, it starts containing this particular substring bb. It also becomes palindrome, right? So basically in this case I can see that how many operations did I perform? Only one operation. Now please write one in the chat. Okay, Rishit and Saurav, Mondal and everyone, you can write one in the chat. How many operations did I take? Only one operation. Agree with me? Yes or no? I took only one operation for doing this, right? Maybe if I would talk about, because I only had to change the one character, right? That was the third character. Okay, now like in this case what might have happened is, let's say if I would have, like, if the string was a b a a, okay, and then what I do is, let's say I have to make the substring as bb. So let us say in this circumstance, let us say that if I change this character and this character, okay, so if I change this guy to b, okay, and I change this guy to b, right, then what will happen? It will start containing this substring bb, let's say, and it's even after doing this I still have to make some changes, because in this case what I have to do is I have to change this particular character as well. Okay, then it will become palindrome. So total two operations for changing, for making the substring bb so for adding the substring bb inside this s1, and one more change for making it palindrome. So total three operations I took. Please write yes in the chat. Is that clear to everyone, guys? Is this part clear to everyone? Please write yes in the chat. In this case I took three operations. Now I changed the last two characters to bb, and then what I do is I change the very first character also, so that I can make this whole s1 string as palindrome, right? So in this case I took three operations. So this is more number of operations, whereas earlier I saw that if I had a b a, then I could just change this guy to b. Okay, and then this whole string not only contains s2, the s1 string not only contains s2, but it also becomes palindrome. So I have to minimize the number of operations. Is that clear? Please write mi in the chat. Okay, I have to find the minimum number of operations in which I can do this particular thing. Is that clear to everyone till now? Does it make some sense? If yes, then please hit the like button, guys. Okay, guys, please hit the like button if everyone is clear with this point. Is everyone clear with this particular part? Okay. Rishit is clear. Everyone else is also clear. Please hit the like button, guys, if all of you are clear with this particular part, and then I will proceed further. And you can tell me if there's some doubt. Okay, till now I think everybody is clear. Right, now let's take the next example as well. So let's move down and let's take the other example also that is given here. All right, so what is the other example that we have? The other example that we have is ABBD. Okay, let's say the string S1 is like what, ABBD. Okay, and the string S2 is like what, it is like MR. Okay, now I want okay, ABBA palindrome is ABBA, then how did it become? So I changed it now, like no, I like AB, like it was what, it was ABAA, right? Then I changed this guy to B, then it became palindrome overall now, because it is now ABBA, so it is palindrome. That is why Rishu Srivastav. Okay, now see here, for this particular example I have what, ABBD. Okay, so if I have this particular string as ABBD, right, if I have ABBD, so what I can do here is I can simply say that I can maybe I can change this much segment. Okay, like basically see, I can make this much starting part as MR if it is not right. So like I need, like see, I need to change this guy, so M. Okay, then I need to change this guy also, so you can say R. Right, are you getting my point? I need to change this guy and this guy also. So total two operations till now for changing, and then I want to make the string as palindrome as well, right? If I want to make it palindrome also, so I have to apply some more operations. Are you getting my point? So I have to change this guy to, like, let's say something like M, I think. Okay, and then I might have to change this guy to R. Now two more operations, so that will take four operations. Is that clear? Please write yes in the chat. Okay, so that is why you can see here that it is taking four operations. Is this part clear? Is this part clear to everyone? Please tell me, guys. Is this much part clear to Rishit, Naikaj, and everyone else also? Okay, is it clear till now, guys? Please tell me in the chat if all of you are clear with this much part, and then I will proceed further as well. Okay, yeah. So I think this much part is clear to everyone. Right, now another thing that I could have done here is, like, see, in this case, which two characters did I try to change? If you will see the original string, so I tried to change the first two characters, right? This much part. Now in this case, like, I can try all possible ways, right? So if I have like, if I have A B B D again, right? So maybe what I can do is I can change this much part as MR. I can make this much part as MR. Are you getting? So that is what I could have tried. Okay, so in this case again, what would happen? I would change this to M, and I might change this to R, right? And then in this case again, I will change this thing, right? So that is how I can keep on checking every time. Are you getting this point, guys? Yes or no? Like, are you getting this point? That every substring I will try, like, see, the first thing will be that maybe I can make this much as MR. Okay, and whatever changes I am doing, like whatever changes I'm doing, I can have the changes plus whatever changes I'm doing for the rest of the string to make it palindrome. And then again I can try to make, starting from this ith index, I can try to make this much segment MR, right? And then again, whatever operations, whatever operations I will take to make this updated string as palindrome. Are you getting my point, guys? Please write yes in the chat. Is it clear to everyone? Right, first of all, I will be at this ith index, so I can try to make this much as MR, and then after making it MR, I will see that how much operations more I need to make it palindrome also. So the changes to make it MR plus the changes to make it palindrome also, the updated string as the rest of the string as palindrome. Is it clear to everyone, guys? Please tell me. Or Naikaj, are you clear with it? Saurabh, are you clear with it or not? At every point of time, like starting from every ith index, I can try to make it palindrome, no? Till this particular point, basically, like till this particular point only, like from here till here, right? Okay, that is what I can try to do. So this is the brute force approach. Okay, so in this case, like, first of all, we'll be iterating throughout the string. So first loop will be order of n, that will be iterating throughout the string, and second loop, you can say that I'll be iterating another j loop also, right? So let me quickly do one thing. Let's start writing a little bit of code also, so that we are more clear with this particular fact. Okay, so yeah, this is the part. Okay, initially it might happen that the answer might not be possible, so initially I'll initialize my minimum as infinity, so that if the answer does not exist, so it is infinity, right? And initially I'll mark my temp string as s1, right? Temp is the updated string, right? Temp is this particular string. If you are updating this to M, then you are updating this to R, so that is what temp is representing. Please write t plus in the chat, or +1 in the chat if you are clear with this thing. Is everyone clear with this? temp is indicating the changes that I'm making, because I always want to preserve the string s1 now. So whatever changes I'll be making in the temp string. Is this part clear? If you are clear with this part, guys, please hit the like button. Okay. Yeah, so Saurabh is asking something or giving me a +1. Okay, Saurabh says +1. All right. So what I will do here is, like, I will simply start the iteration. Okay. And in this case, I will first of all find the length of the first and the second string. So n is the size of the first string. So s1 dot size, let's say. Okay. And let's say m is equal to s2 dot size. So first of all, I will find what? I will find the size of both the strings, okay? And then I will be iterating. So till where I will iterate? So int I starts from 0. I will not iterate till the end. Okay, understand this thing. Understand this thing, guys. Understand this particular thing, that if I want to make a change, right? So maybe I can make this much segment as MR, okay? Or I can make this much segment as MR, or I can make this much segment as MR, right? Can I make this much segment as MR, last segment as MR? Please write yes or no. Can I go for the last kind of characters? No. Yes or no? Because I will not have any extra character here. Now, agree with me or not? Agree with me? Okay. Are you getting this point? Either if I am having this particular string, so either I can make this much as MR, okay, or maybe this much I can try to make MR, or I can try to make this much MR, not this much, right? So basically that is why my I will be always lesser equal to n minus m. Okay, and I will do an I plus plus. Why n minus m? Because let us say in this particular case, let us say that the n value is what? 4, and the m value is 2. So what is n minus m? N minus m is 2, because if this is 0 index, 1 index, 2 index, 3 index, so I can only come till here and I can make it mr. Now are you getting my point? Animish, I am teaching this particular problem of the day for today. Okay. Is it clear to Rishit and everyone, guys? Are you clear that why am I iterating till lesser equal to n minus m? Because n minus m is 2. So basically I can iterate till this index only. I can try to make this as m and this as r. Is it clear? Please tell me. All right, then I will proceed further. Okay, so this much part is clear. Right. Now what I will do here is I will have a counter that will count the number of changes, right? Changes that are required. So changes is equal to 0. Now, what is this changes? This changes is going to tell me that if I am going to make this like in the string s1, like in the string like in this string, if I want to make this as m, right? So I am making a change. If I want to make this character as r, so I'm making a change. So whatever number of changes I'm making, that I am counting, right? In this particular case, if you will see, so if this string, let's say, was let's take this example. If you had this particular string ABA, right? If you had this particular string, and let's say you tried to have this BB, so here you will come and you will see that okay, B is already present, and you are checking with this guy, so it is fine for you, right? After that, you will come to this particular character and you are comparing it with this, so this is different. So you will say that you will change this to B, and that is how you can get the string BB. So how many change you made here in this problem? In this test case, you made one change. So that is what I'm counting, the number of changes that I have to make in order to have this string substring s2 in the string s1. Is that clear? Please write change in the chat if you are clear with this, right? Is everyone clear what I'm doing with the change? Change is counting the number of characters that I need to change in order to have the substring s2 in the string s1. Is it clear to Naikaj? Is it clear to other people as well? Guys, please tell me, or not. Is it clear to all of you? Okay, so that is what we are going to do here. Okay, and once once I have this counter also, so now I will start changing. So how will I change? So from where is my j going to start? Obviously I will start my j from where? From 0. So j is equal to 0, j is lesser than m, and then I'm going to do a j plus plus. Okay, sorry, j is lesser than less than m. Okay, now I will iterate, and what will I take? I will check like what character I'm going to change. Understand this thing, understand this particular thing, guys, that if I had a b, let's say I had a b a, okay, and I have to convert it to, let's say, bb. So let's say my j is standing here, and I want to convert this much segment. Okay, so if my I is standing here, okay, if my I is standing here, so so in the let's say this is the temp string that I'm currently storing. So I have to change the I plus jth index. Why? Because see, this is if I is equal to 1 here, right, and j, like if you will see here, so if I is equal to 1 here, right, and this is what, j is equal to 0, so this is what, this index ideally will be I plus j. Why it will be I plus j? Because this is the first index that I want to change. After that, see, if this index, so basically I'll compare temp of I plus j, okay, with what, with s2 of j. Okay, why? Because this is the string s2. So you will see when I will move my I further. Okay, so let's say if I, after comparing this, if my I comes here, okay, so here the I value is 2. Okay, and similarly my j moves forward, so j is pointing here. All right, so j is equal to 1. All right, so basically I want to change this like I plus j character. Like, are you getting this point? Okay, so that is why I will check that if the temp of I plus j, because since I'm changing the substring now by moving the I, so that is why I'm iterating till there. Is that clear to everyone? Yes or no, guys? Please tell me. Is it clear? We need k is equal to I to set. No, you don't need that, because simply you can check this thing now. If temp of I plus j, okay, if temp of I plus j is equally is not equal to this particular thing, what you can say, s2 of j. So in that case you will keep on changing, right? Because every time your starting point is changing now, see, you cannot compare the jth character of this particular temporary first string to s2 of j, because always your starting point is changing now. Is that clear? Always your starting point is changing, because you always keep on comparing from the new indexes now. Are you getting? Like, if you're starting to compare from here, so that is this is from where you need to change it. So are you getting? That is what we are checking. So if temp of I plus j is not equal to s2 of j, is it clear to Saurav and everyone? Guys, please tell me. Is that clear to everyone? If they are not going to be same, okay. If these characters are not going to be the same, then I will do changes. Let's say change plus plus. Okay, so let's say changes plus plus. So I'll increase the number of changes, and then what I will say is that temp of I plus j is equal to s2 of j. Okay, so this is the change that I'm going to make, right? And after iterating through this loop, I will get the updated string, right? Now let us see this example. Okay, just give me a second. Let's say we had what, we had something like a b b, and then we had d. Okay, and we had the string as mr. So let us say that you inserted this string mr somewhere here. Okay, let us say that what you did was you inserted this particular string, like you changed this particular part, and mr was here. Okay, now the number of changes that you have made is 2, but still you need some more operations to make it palindrome also. No, we still need some more number of moves to make it palindrome. Is this part clear to everyone? If you are clear with this, so please hit the like button, guys. Is this point clear to all of you or not? Guys, if you are clear with this point, please hit the like button. Okay, after inserting this substring mr inside, and that is what the change is indicating. Change is indicating to, that means that I had to choose. I had, like, if it was like, see, if it was like bb, then I had to change this to m, this to r. So I made two changes, and the updated string look like what, a m r and then d, right? And then again I still need to make some changes to make it palindromic, right? So in this case, I still need some changes, right? So in that case, I'll write that, okay, like, let's name it as Pelin. Okay, PALIN. Pelin variable is going to store the number of changes that I have to make it palindrome, right? So make palindrome. Let's say we have a function like this, and in this function, what I will say is, if I am passing, so initially what I will pass is, I'll pass this temp string. Okay, and then I'll pass I also. I'll tell you why I'll pass it. Okay, and I'll pass the size of the string s2 also, right? So this is what I'm going to pass initially, right? And then what, like, whatever, like, it will tell me the number of operations to make it palindrome. Is it clear? Please write +1 in the chat, everyone. Like, in this case, you can directly tell me that, okay, you will need two more changes now to make it palindrome, right? You might like, or one more change, like, you will need some more changes. Now let's say if I had something like a b b d, so then you change this thing also. So this is mr, right? So the number of changes that you have made is nothing but 2 here, right? Now this is m, this is r, this is b, this is d. Okay, so in this case, now to make it palindrome, you are doing two operations more. Are you getting this point, guys? That now to make it palindrome, you are changing, like, you are changing this to m, and you are changing this to r. Is that clear to everyone or not? Please tell me, guys. Okay, so that is what I will be doing, and in this case I will always say that, okay, like, the answer will be what, the answer, the number of total operations, or I can name it as total also. So the total number of operations will be what, it will be nothing but, we can say it as the number of changes that I have made changes I have made plus this particular thing plus the palin value. Okay, is it clear? And I will always keep a track of the minimum. So minimum is equal to minimum of the minimum number of changes that I have made, comma the total, right? And I will also implement the make palindrome function, obviously. So we should check from the middle of the substring. I will tell you that also. We yeah, but the left and the right pointers will start from the beginning and the end of the temp string now. So you cannot like you will not start like whenever you are in the middle, so you will not change those characters, except them everything you can try to change. Yeah. So in the end, after this, we will return the minimum. Is this much part clear to everyone? The basic template of the code is clear. Okay, then I will implement the make palindrome function also, because that is the only thing that remains from here. Is it clear till now, guys? Okay, so Rishit is asking with two pointers, one, yeah, left will start from 0, Rishit, and right will start from n minus 1. Okay, so this much point is clear, right? After this, what I will be doing here is, okay, Saurabh is also clear, right? Then from here, what I will have is I will have the make palindrome function. So let's make it PALINDROME. Make palindrome function is there, and in this I will be passing the string ampersand, let's say temp. Okay, the temporary string I'm passing. Okay, and I'm passing the index I also, and I'm passing this particular thing that is int m also, right? And then I will have the start index. Let's name it as L, or let's name it as start only, right? Start is equal to 0, and I will have the end index, let's say as temp dot size minus 1. Is that clear? And I will iterate. One pointer will be from the starting, and another pointer will be from the end. So while the start is lesser than end, okay, till that point of time, I'll keep on iterating. Is this part clear to everyone till now, guys? Please tell me. Till now, things are clear or not, guys? Please tell me. Okay, now in this case, what will you normally do? Normally you will say that, okay, if it happens that the temp, if the starting pointer, okay, is if the pointer from the starting is having a character and it is not the same as temp of end, okay, if they are not the same, right? If there are two characters that are not the same, so in that case, what will you do? If these characters are not the same, okay, so in that case you will try to do a counter plus plus or something. Let's have a counter here as well. Let's name it as count initially equal to 0, right? But still we need to see some of the things, right? Let us say that if you are having this particular thing, right? So if you will see the example, so make them same by a change. You might try to do that, but still there is one more issue. If you will understand one thing here, let's say you make this as m, okay, and let's say you make this as r, right? Now if you will see here, so here you are having your start, okay, and here you are having your end. So let me change this thing. Okay, let's change this to mr. All right, let's change this to m, and let's change this to r. So what I'm basically saying is, let's say you have a very big string. Okay, let's say that you had a string like, let's say a b c d e f whatever, and then what you had was in between a b c, let's say you had m r or something, and then you had e or something like this. Okay, let's say something like this was there. And what I'm trying to say is that you cannot change this much segment. Are you getting my point? You will not update this segment. Okay, if the end is pointing here, okay, in this range you will not update these characters. Are you clear with this, guys? For making this new string palindrome, you will not update this segment. Is that part clear? That starting, like, if you're updating the string, okay, to make it palindrome, so you will not touch this particular part. Otherwise the concept will go wrong now, because this is what, this is s2 string. So this is s2 substring that is present in s1. It should be already always present. Is that clear to everyone? So that is why we'll not touch it. Please write +1 in the chat. Is it clear to everyone? We do not want to touch it. Okay, if the start or the end either of anything is pointing here, so we will not update it. We will not mark it as a change. Is that clear? We will not change these characters. Is this part clear to everyone, guys? Please tell me in the chat if this point is clear to everyone or not. Okay, yeah, we should not remove the s2 substring. Yes, so obviously if I am having the s2 substring now, so if I'm starting it to have it from the ith index, that is why I've passed the ith index. So let's take a much more bigger example. Let's say the string s1 is like something like a b c d e f, okay, and let's take it like a b c d e, okay, and let's say the string s2 is like let's say PQR or something, okay, or let's say PQR or something like this, okay. Then if I have A B, like let's say A is there, P is there, Q is there, R is there, and then E is there. So in if I change these segments, right, then this segment is containing the substring S2 in the S1. So this should not change, right? So if there is a chance that I need to change these characters, then I will say that I will never consider it as palindrome, right? So this segment should never change. So starting from I, this index will be what? I think this index will be I plus m minus 1, okay, because m is the length of this string. Are you getting? If this is I is equal to 1, so m value here is what? I think it is 3. So if this is I is equal to 1, so this index is what? This index is nothing but, I think, 3. So because it is nothing but 1 plus 3 minus 1, that is nothing but 3. So in between, if the start and end need, if the start and the end are not same in this region, then I will say that it is not possible for me to change them, and I will return infinity. Okay. So that is why, if in this, like, I will check if the start and the ending are not same, and it happens that the start is greater equal to I, and the end index is lesser than equal to I plus m minus 1. Okay. So in that case, I will simply return infinity. That is, it is indicating that it is not possible for me to change. If the starting and the ending are not the same and they are lying in between this range, then I cannot change them. Now, agree with me or not? Guys, do you agree with me? In order to make this palindrome, I cannot change the string S2, because I want the substring S2 in this string. Right? So if the, let's say the start is here, okay, and let's say the end is here. So obviously these two characters are not the same, right? This is the segment that I'm talking about. So start is here, end is here. So these two characters are not the same. But I will not change them. Why I will not change them? Because I will not change them because due to the reason that if I will change them, then this S2 will not be there now. So in the, if I change this to P, understand this. If I change this to P, then in that case it will no longer contain the substring S2. So that is why it will go wrong. So that is why if the start and the ending are inside and I want to change any of the characters in between, then I will say that I cannot change it and I will return infinity. That is, it is not possible. Is that clear? Okay. Otherwise, if they are not lying in this range, then I will simply do a counter plus plus. Is this point clear to everyone, guys? Please tell me. Is this point clear to everyone? Yes or no? And once this is done, then I can move my start forward and I can move my end backwards. Is this part clear? If I want to change any, if the starting and the ending are in this range now. So if I want to change, if the starting is pointing at P, let's say, and end is pointing at this particular last character R, if I want to change them, so I will not change them. Because if I change them, then the string substring S2 gets distorted. So which is something that I don't want. Is that clear to Saurabh as well? So that is why starting from I till I plus m minus 1, if the start and the end pointers are not the same and they are lying in this region, in such a situation I will simply say that okay, this change cannot be made. Okay, so I'll return infinity, otherwise I'll count, and then I'll keep on moving the counters, right? And in this case I can simply say that I can return this counter. That is the number of changes that I had to make in order to make it palindrome. Please write PL in the chat if this point is clear. Is this much part clear to everyone? If you are clear till now, guys, so please hit the like button. If this test case is clear to everyone, right, please hit the like button. I've taken this custom test case. So obviously I'm saying that, let's say if you change, like, obviously you must have changed this to A, right? So you have done one change, so your count becomes 1. But if in between, if your start and end is somewhere here, so it is lying in this range also, you cannot change this in order to, you cannot change the sub string S2 also. Now that is very wrong for us. If you're clear, then you can hit the like button, guys. Okay, hi Gaurav. So Gaurav is coming after a stream, so you can write Gaurav OP in the chat, guys. Okay, let me try and compile this code also to see if it works or not. I hope it will work and should get accepted as well. Let's see how it goes. Okay, so it starts giving me a wrong answer on some other test case. Why is that so? Let me check. So I might have made some errors. Let me check the code again. Okay, so let's say I am having this inside also, but that is still fine. So I plus m minus 1 is also fine. Then end is this point also, that is also fine. Then start is okay, I should take equal to also. I think that is why. Now let's try and submit it. Okay. Return. Okay, some mistake is being made at return, but what mistake am I making there? Okay, bracket. Now let's try and compile it. Okay, still getting a wrong answer. I don't know why. Let's check what is the issue with my code. I thought that I have made the changes correctly, but Still there is something that I might have missed here. Let's check it again from the starting. Okay, so basically what I have done initially is I am having my minimum. Okay, initially I have the size of the string s1 and s2 also. I have the minimum updated. Okay, okay, yes. If it is not possible, then I should have done this thing. If the minimum is equal to 1e9, okay, if it is infinity, then I would have returned -1. Otherwise I would return the minimum. So this is one thing that I should have changed, but I'm not sure whether uh, other test cases are also failing. Let me check. Okay, still one more test case is failing. So let's check what we have missed in our code. So I starts from 0, okay, and I is lesser equal to n minus 1. That is fine. I have marked the changes as 0 initially. Then j starts from 0, j is lesser than m, j plus plus, and temp of I plus j is not equal to s2 of j. Then I am going to do what? Then I'm going to do changes plus plus, and temp of I plus j is going to change, is going to be equal to s2 of j. Fine, then I'm going to have the palindrome. So palindrome changes that I'm going to make is temp I and m. That is fine. So the number of changes that I need for palindrome, then total number of changes will be the number of changes that I did for inserting the s2 string in between, and then uh, the palindrome operations that I did. Okay, then I'm always keeping a track of the minimum. Okay, okay, I understood. One more mistake that I have made here is this particular thing, that after making the change, I should always restore the temp string to s1, because whenever I'm starting from the new index I, so always I should have the string s1 available, right? That is the mistake. Fine. Now I think it should work. Yeah. So I should update the temp as s1 again, because it gets distorted. So every time I should use the new string. Is that clear to? Yeah. Temp is equal to s1 after the operation. Correct. Temp is equal to, temp is outside the for loop. Yeah. Temp is equal to s1. That is what I have updated. Is that clear to Piyush as well? Code champ is also clear with it, I think. Okay, so a lot of comments. Earlier the comments were not there, but after I made a mistake, the comments are there, right? So have you understood this problem, guys? Yes or no? Please tell me. I will just do one thing. I will just quickly copy paste this code. This was asked in Make My Trip. I don't feel that it was that difficult. I just made a silly mistake while I was explaining. Okay, so just give me a second. I will generate this link, and then we can do this. Okay, just give me a second. Finally we have done after temp is equal to s1 mistake. Yeah, correct. I made this basic mistake. No worries. So I will just share this here. Okay, so that is what we did. Basically, from every ith index, we are trying to change the substring, as I said. So initially, you mark the answer as infinity, right? Minimum as infinity. Then you take the temp as s1 initially, and then we have the size of the first and the second string. Then we are trying to change the in between, from starting from the ith index. We are trying to change the change from the ith index. We are trying to have that s2 substring inserted inside the s1 by making some number of changes. That is what is I'm taking care in the changes variable. Okay, then I'm also having a palindrome variable that is going to count after making the temp, after inserting the s2 string inside the temp. I am counting that, okay, how many number of changes I need to make in order to make the temp as palindrome. Okay, and the total will be nothing but the number of changes for inserting the s2, the number of characters that I need to change for inserting s2, plus the number of palindromic operations that I also need to make. And I will always keep a track of the minimum. Okay, and always the temp will get distorted, so I will always update the temp as s1, because for every new string I'm starting with s1 only, right, from every ith index. Then if the minimum is still infinity, so this means it's not possible, and I'll return -1. Otherwise I'll return the minimum. And in this operation, as I said, in between, if I'm having a start pointer and end pointer, if the start character is not the same as the end character, if the start pointer character is not same as end, then I need to check if the start and end are lying in the range of the substring s2. Okay, if they are lying in this range of substring s2, then I cannot change the substring s2, because otherwise the palindromic string will not contain the s2 substring as s2 as the substring, right? So in that case, I'll return infinity. Otherwise I would make the change and I'll do count plus plus, and I'll always keep on moving the pointers forward and backward as it is. So is this part clear to everyone, guys? Yeah, we can optimize this. I tried to do this code, and it got accepted. I think the complexity was also this much, so I think this code is also fine. If you write it, it will be accepted. But guys, you can do one thing for me. You can hit the like button also, right? Just give me a second. I'll write that. Okay. So please make sure to hit the like button if you have understood till now. Okay. This the company that has asked this particular question is nothing but Make My Trip. Okay, so let me write that. Make My Trip. So make my trip, I think, has asked this particular question, and it was a easy question based on strings, right? And please make sure to hit the like button and comment down +1 if you have understood till the end. So please comment on +1 or understood in the chat, and if you're watching the recording also, then you can comment on +1 or understood also. I hope that this particular question is clear to everyone inside out. Yeah, it is kind of a square only in complexity, my code. I was also changing S2 substring and got wrong answer at first. Okay, Piyush. Basically, we need to change this. Like whenever we change, so we again make same thing. Na? So you can write Gaurav OP in the chat. Gaurav is also a very good mentor at Geeks for Geeks, and you can follow his playlist. I think currently he is doing SD preparation series, so he will be starting with dynamic programming. And today he taught recursion, I think, and from tomorrow or day after tomorrow he will be starting from dynamic programming. So you can write Gaurav OP in the chat. You can follow his playlist as well. Okay, uh, he is also a very good mentor. Okay, and he's from IIT, I think. So, okay, guys, please hit the like button, and then I would end this stream as well. I hope that you all understood this problem clearly. All right, so that is it for today. Thanks a lot for joining, and I will see you with another problem of the day on Friday, and another interesting problem we'll be solving. This was an easy problem. Initially, when I saw this problem, I thought that it's quite difficult to implement, but when it's just that you have to implement it step by step, and when you implement a problem step by step, then it makes sense. Thanks, Yash from CPP 44. So is it Aditya, code champ? Is it Aditya? I'm not sure. CPP 44. I could not take the class because the light was not there because of some strike or something. But now the light is there. So tomorrow I'll be taking the class on sparse table. Okay, and then I'll teach segmentary as well. So I think it is Aditya, but I'm not sure whether it's Aditya or not. You can tell me, code champ. All right. So I had a lot of fun in that batch as well. Okay. So thanks a lot, and thanks a lot, Coach Cham. Coach Cham, I think it is Aditya, but I'm not sure. So thank you everyone, and I'll see you on Wednesday with another, like Friday with another problem of the day. Till then, good night and take care everyone. Happy coding.